Hi all and good morning. I thought I'd give you a little tour of our Caravan International 181 Italian built Fiat Ducato motorhome. I thought I'd do this review on pros and cons, not buyer's guide as such, but maybe something you want to look out for. She's a 6-berth, like I said, Italian built. So some of the light fittings are slightly different, sort of positive and negative positive around the wrong way, but that's nothing here and there. Anyway, right, so she's 24 foot long. First pro or con is the cab. The cab is fixed seats, so drivers and passengers are fixed seats. Me personally, waste of space. Now we've had this for 14 years. Fantastic, I've got no qualms. How can I put it? It's a waste because you've got 4-footer cab at the front, and when you're not driving, it's just wasted. You can put some stuff in there and store a few bits and bobs, but it is just a waste of space. So the first thing I would change, I'd have swivel seats, but in this vehicle you can't, because the lounge and the bottle storage, which is the gas bottles, which are on the outside, stored on the inside, of course, is in here, and this is a fixed unit. It's ideal, it's okay, it's a good unit to work off, but it's actually a bit of a waste. Anyway, that said, fine. I think something like this should be underneath the back bed. Okay, so that makes the vehicle 24 foot long. But if you got rid of the cab and incorporated the swivel seats, you could actually lose 4 foot off the back end, which is the lounge area. Now we do like this, well, it's not the lounge area, it's the bed, but we've put a fixed sort of mattress in there. It is a lounge area and we can change it back whenever we want. Plenty of cupboard space, as you can see, which is great, that's ideal. So yeah, it's not a fixed bed, it is just a mattress that we've put in there, but we like it like that. Wardrobe, gas, fire, brilliant. The flue on the inside goes up through the roof and actually dries all your clothes as well. So that's yeah, I wouldn't change that. Kitchen fine, 4-burner hub, full-size fridge with little freezer box. It serves, maybe a bit more on the freezer side. I mean, some of the modern ones now do have the full-size freezer with a freezer box on the top. Yeah, your water supply, that's fine. So 4-burner hub, you've got a grill and an oven and a rotisserie. Rotisserie is, never used it, but it's there. Cutlery drawer and bits and bobs in there, that's okay. We put a shelf in because it was just wasted space again, but you can modify that. Usual kitchen roll, that's brilliant, isn't it? I'll get to that anyway. Bathroom. So you've got electric flush toilet with a cassette on the outside, brilliant, can't fault it. Sink, everything else, cupboard space, full-size shower, okay if you don't weigh 17 stone like me, but it's okay in emergency and it does the job, which is fine. I do have a portable shower as well, which is gas, and I use it outside, and it's lovely. So that's that. So, like I said, the pros and the cons, you could lose the front cab, gain, and then you'd make the vehicle 4 foot shorter, which is okay, because you get to more spaces, which we might be looking at if we're going to upgrade, but we haven't decided yet. So you've got a top bunk, so that is massive. We'll get the grandkids up there, that's no problem whatsoever. Courtesy curtains you've got as well. You've got a little whatever you want to call it. I call it a storage cupboard for my stuff, but it's also a wine rack you could have, or anything else in there. I fitted a solar panel a few years ago, and that's my control unit. What else? Yeah, pretty good. A lot of storage under the bed. Lots of electrical points. I'll show you them. I fitted that one. That's just, you have a normal socket there. Well, no, that's not there. That is something that I fitted. And it comes from the inverter, which is behind the driver's seat. And it converts 12 volts to 240 volts. and plenty of USB ports, because everybody's charging things with USB now. This light here, that is run off a separate gel battery, like a wheelchair battery or anything like that. You can buy them off eBay, and that's run separately, and the battery's under the seat. Underneath this seat is the leisure battery and a 10-litre hot water heater tank. Now that only runs off gas. A lot of the new ones have gas and electric, but this one just has gas. It's okay, but if you do get stuck, you'd be stuck for it. You have to boil your water anyway. So yeah, so it's only a 10-litre. It's okay for the shower, but it does get a bit cool pretty quick when you're standing in the shower. Underneath this seat is I think it's 80-litre water tank as well. Underneath the floor is a 100-litre waste tank. Yeah, all in all, we love the vehicle. Changes, like I said, just the cab really. Swivel seats in the cab would save you a lot of room. She's, like I said, 24 foot long, so you'd lose 4 foot. Yeah, this part here, the lounge, which is the dining area, sorry, not the lounge, the dining area. This table folds down onto the rails down below. The cushions come out, and then you've got another, supposed to be double bed. It's okay for the kids. Now, there's a rail here, this part here will actually come out to about here. And same, supposed to be same the other side, but you know, in 14 years I've never figured out how it works. There's some pieces of wood underneath and I'm like, what? So I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. I mean, there's no support in the centre here, so how it supports the bed, I don't know. I really don't know, unless it's just two separate lounge seats, one that side and one that side, but I can't see that. Anyway, so this is a review. I hope it helps somebody if you're thinking about buying a motorhome, and the decisions, like I said, the only major decision that I would change is the swivel seats, really, and that gives you a lot more, well, not saying a lot more space, but you can make a shorter vehicle but use more of the space that you got. Lights change when you first get yours. If it's an older version, they might have standard light bulbs in, like 12 volts. Definitely change them for LEDs. That's a must, because they'll just drain your battery. All the lights in the motorhome you can change to LEDs. They're on eBay. You can get them all different makes and sizes and shapes, whatever you want. So that's a definite for that one. The other thing is that I would suggest, if you don't mind, don't use your cooker to heat your vehicle up, and don't use anything else like a gas type of, unless you can use your, let's just use your fire or electric heater, because that's sort of like dry air. When you use your cooker, it's moisture. The moisture then accumulates, which it did up on the top of my cab up here, and then ran down into the air vents down below. Not very good for a motorhome. So that's one tip. If you want to take a bit of advice, do not use your cooker. I mean, there's a extractor fan unit anyway, so that will drain your battery. But if you're cooking, that's fine, because it's summertime, or even in the winter. You open your window, open your door, whatever you want to do. But don't use that to heat, because it will cause condensation on your roof. And condensation in a doll's house is not very good. I'm just trying to think of anything else I can tell you. Not at the moment. So if you'd like to subscribe and share and thumbs up, any reviews or anything you'd like to know, leave me a message down below, okay, in the description down below. Thanks very much for looking. Cheers.